There's this one part of the universe where time stops. Let me explain. Relativity is complicated, but the basic definition is that it's the study of how space and time intertwined are relative to the observer. There are two factors that affect relativity: mass and speed. The greater the mass of an object, or the faster it moves, the more distorted space and time become around it. Now let's talk about time. In our part of the universe, time is a physical quantity that marches forward from the past through the present into the future. We measure it with clocks that we've calibrated to atomic processes that happen at a regular rate. But time isn't the same everywhere. It can behave differently depending on where in the universe you are. In the movie Interstellar, they were technically correct about how time would behave near a black hole. Let's imagine a scenario similar to the one in the movie. Let's say you have two observers, one near a black hole and one far away from any massive objects. Both observers have a clock to measure time. For simplicity, let's assume that the observer near the black hole isn't actually falling into the black hole, but is hovering just outside of it. Since the observer near the black hole is in a region of strong gravity, time slows down for them relative to the observer far away. This means that if both observers were to compare their clocks, they would see that the clock of the distant observer was ticking faster. The difference in their respective clocks would increase the closer the hovering observer got to the event horizon. Eventually, the point of no return, if the observer were to fall into the black hole, their clock would completely stop relative to the distant observer. This is what happens to time in our universe. In theory, this means that if you were to cross the event horizon of a black hole and observe the universe, time would be so slow for you that you would be able to witness the event that causes the end of the universe. Incredible stuff. But what if there's another part of the universe where time runs backwards? This is where things get weird. If we were to flip the sign of the gravitational constant, g, all of the equations that describe gravity would still work, but everything would be inverted. If we were to do this, the distant observer would be the one in the region of strong gravity. So their clock would slow down relative to the one near the black hole, which would appear to be moving faster. Time would literally be running backwards for the distant observer. This could be the case in another part of the universe where the laws of physics are inverted. The distant observer would age faster than the one near the black hole. If they were both to meet up again, the distant observer would be younger than the one near the black hole. They would literally be a time traveler from the future. Of course, as far as science has told us, time cannot move backwards. We have not seen substantial proof of this theory. So the idea that time flows backwards somewhere else in the universe isn't as far-fetched as it may seem. In fact, it's a logical consequence of our current understanding of physics. We just need to observe it and study it first. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time on Snapshot Science.